Okay guys, so let us solve our first passage. Whenever we are given a passage of 6 questions, the ideal time to solve it is 10 minutes. We will start with 12 minutes and we will slowly increase the speed to adapt ourselves to solve within the first 10 minutes. Today we have 5 single question passages. After solving this, if we have any time left, we will solve one full passage to gauge out our present ability of solving passages. The human brain has a limited storage capability, my friend, and hence, when solving a passage with 4 or more questions, we need to make some notes or create a mental map. So, what I essentially do is to summarize whatever I have understood after reading the first 1 or 2 passages and then go to the next one. I will also talk about the strategy to solve passage in under 8 minutes. This will help you just in case the passages are difficult and you don't have 10 or 12 minutes to spend on the last 1 or 2 passages. So let us go through the passage. The passage says that the WHO, which I presume is the World Health Organization, has recently argued that sugar should be taxed heavily. Not because sugar causes diseases, but because sugar represents empty calories that we eat in excess. Friend, I have a tip for you here. Whenever you are reading a passage, I want you to use your finger or the mouse pointer to gradually scroll over the word that you are presently reading. What this will help you with is this will allow you to read the passage completely without missing anything. Okay, so the WHO has argued that sugar represents empty calories and hence it should be taxed. By this thinking, we will still get fatter because we eat too much or eat too little. The solution is to eat in moderation and consume sugar in moderation with more physical activity. So here the author is talking about the sugar intake. The WHO is the World Health Organization is of the view that sugar should be taxed, and the reason that they are giving is that sugar represents empty calories, because of which we often eat them in excess. The author then says that the solution to this problem is to eat sugar in moderation and also to do more physical activity. So the energy balance paradigm, a paradigm is basically a model, implies that the only way food influences our body is through calories. That is the only variable that matters. So there is an energy balance model which says that only the calories that we take matter. It is the implication of the phrase "a calorie is a calorie" evoked invariably to support the dogma that only calories count when it comes to treating human obesity. A dogma is a belief. So the belief that a calorie is a calorie means that only calories affect our health, and to treat human obesity, we only need to keep a check on our calorie intake. This logic has been the lifeblood of the sugar industry. Obviously, such a thing which would promote higher chocolate or ice cream intake would be something which the industry would use to its advantage. If sugar industry was toxic, then health industry would have regulated it. The fact that the industry is not regulated here means that the author is of the view that the energy balance paradigm is correct. If all sugar does is to add calories like any other food does, then it is in effect beaning. When the sugar industry embarked in 1956 on a nationwide advertising offensive to knock down reports that sugar is fattening, it did so seemingly sound scientific basis that sugar is neither a reducing food nor a fattening food. This means that there was a report in 1956 which said that sugar is not healthy and sugar results in fattening, and the sugar industry fought it with the explanation that the report is not true and sugar, just like any other food, is not responsible for making us fat or for reducing weight. There are no such things. All food supply calories, and there is no difference between the calories that come from sugar or steak or grapefruit or ice cream. So the author says that there is no such food which is neither reducing nor fattening, and sugar, just like any other food, is doesn't fall into the category of neither reducing nor fattening. So the passage talked about food and how it affects our health. It talked about the energy balance paradigm which the author supported, and the claim of the industry in 1956 that sugar is neither fattening nor reducing, which the author refuted. So the question that we have in our hand is, what is the most suitable title for this passage? And the options are the view of WHO on sugar. This cannot be the answer because we did not talk about WHO at all. The second option is sugar and calories, a dangerous choice. It is nowhere mentioned that sugar is dangerous, and hence again this is not the correct option. The third option is natural alternatives to sugar. Again, we are not talking about the alternatives of sugar, so again this is not the answer. The fourth question is calorie consumption and human obesity. This is the answer because we talked about how sugar is similar to any other food and how an excess intake of any food, not only sugar, would lead to obesity. Also, how we need to control our calorie intake to control obesity. Hence, this is the correct answer.